How we do, baby? I'm back with another fantasy video. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I even wrote cue cards for this episode to make sure I talk about some specific things. Because I'm tired, man. I'm tired. And certain conversations I just don't want to be having. I really don't want to be having. And, yeah. So basically, this is the Constitution. I want to make something very, 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 very clear. Yeah. Um, our league constitution and ESPN's rules are two different entities. Are two different entities. They're from the same body, but it's different. So, as you can see, I can change these things. I can change your bench positions, total starters, roster size, the draft order, you know what I mean? League manager, make it public. I can change that positions, um, game limits, the scoring categories, the divisions, the rules, right? Like I can choose if we want to use ESPN's undroppable list or not. I can do that, right? But there's certain things I cannot do because it's like imagine ESPN is McDonald's, right? You can you can own a part of McDonald's, right? But McDonald's has its set rules and guidelines. So we have an Edmonton branch of ESPN Fantasy. But what ESPN has in stone is what ESPN has in stone. I cannot change that or fix that. So these rules are just basic. They're basic. Free bench spots, free IR spots, right? The categories, the trade deadline. To keep the integrity of the league, a trade deadline will be imposed at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. No trades will be allowed 1 week before playoffs. Trade approvals. In an effort to ensure fair competition and prevent collusion and/or unfair trades among managers and/or unfair trades among teams, a trade approval process will only be issued if majority of the league managers issue a vote on a particular trade. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, these are the things that our rules have. It's completely different to ESPN. ESPN doesn't care about trades. That's why they said, "Oh, do you guys want to veto? Because we don't care. But if the people in your fantasy care, then okay, we put a veto in our system." That's why I use the McDonald's analogy. You get me? Undroppable players. To maintain the integrity of the league, you'll be prevented from dropping certain NBA star players throughout the season. The commissioner, listen, has no control over this as ESPN are responsible for determining the drop of undroppable list. This is ESPN's undroppable list. The only control I have is whether we can use this or not. If I say no, then we have to make our own undroppable list. But you guys need to understand our rules and how ESPN's app works is completely different than Yahoo. Completely different. Completely different. Adding or dropping players. No star player can be dropped during the playoffs at any time. The only circumstance, right? So there's undroppable players that already can't be dropped. Then there's other star players that aren't on the undroppable list. And this undroppable list is constantly changing because I'm constantly looking at it. You know what I mean? For example, Tyrese Halliburton's in it now. He wasn't in it before. You know what I mean? Now LaMelo's in it. He wasn't in it before. A guy like Garland, if he continues, might join it too. You know what I'm trying to say? Giannis right now is the only power forward. Anthony Davis could join him. So no star player. I'm gonna say this loud and clear because I don't. This is the thing I don't like, right? I believe in respect and inside integrity. You know what I mean? And it's like if you place someone in a position, respect that. and don't think that they're stupid or they're just chatting just to chat. You know what I mean? A star player, right? You can't drop a star player on a team. For example, Garland is a point guard and he's a star player on Cleveland. If you say no, I don't want to hear it. He's a star player on Cleveland. Just because he's not on the droppable list doesn't mean he's not a star player. You get me? For example, Jaren Jackson is a star player on Memphis Grizzlies along with Ja Morant. He's the second option. Just because he's not on a powerful list doesn't mean you can drop him or create an argument as to why you can drop him. No. That's why I said no star player can be dropped during the playoffs at any time. The only circumstance a star player can be dropped is if they are injured and not projected to fixture throughout the rest of our fantasy season. You understand? You can only drop a star player, right? Is if they are injured or if they're never gonna play again in our fantasy, right? So for example, the team physician saying that yeah he's done for the season, right? So that's it. That's it. And if that person drops that person because they said, oh, he's done for the season, and he magically comes back during the fantasy, only that person can pick him up. Why? Because the people they have picked up before are not equivalent to that person's ability, and they never wanted to drop him. It's common sense. Common sense is simple. There's no arguments in this thing. There's no discussions, bruv. This is why China and Russia have a centralized media and they control the media because they know that democracy doesn't work in situations like this. Furthermore, once a player is eliminated, it means you have been defeated. They are to keep their current team. No players are to be added or dropped. Once you have been eliminated, do not add or drop anyone at all. Like at all. Meaning that you're not in the consolidated playoffs anymore and you're not in the main playoffs. Don't add or drop anyone at all. If you do that and you're playing again, let's say next season, you'll probably have to get you probably start the week 1 and 0-0, something like that, 0-1, because it's cheating. Each team always required to pay their balance before the start of playoffs, meaning that as soon as the trade deadline hits 11:59 Eastern time, I have a Coho account. I don't use my Coho account. I will put the money in the Coho account. Every single week, I will screenshot everyone's money so that no one thinks I'm trying to run away with their money. All you have to do is say, hey Colin, can I see the balance? And I'll screenshot you the balance. It's that simple. I will even give one of you guys my Coho card so that I can't spend you guys' money. Because I don't have like Samsung Pay, so I need the physical card. So I'll even do that. Each team and if you don't, you're DQ'd. By participating, you agree to abide by the general sportsmanship and such rules. That's the rules. These are the rules. It's that simple. There's no. I'm not explaining to you how to add a player before the week starts or how you can't drop a player. That's all ESPN's rules. That's you having to figure out the app. ESPN and Yahoo are completely different. Me, for example, I don't like Yahoo's app at all, right? Some people love Yahoo's app because it goes into deep depth. It goes into further depth. I can give them that. ESPN's app is a little more generalized. You know what I mean? It's not as in depth. But ESPN does have things like the player rater. You know what I mean? Which players are ranked, how players are ranked currently. You know what I mean? So it's not as in depth as Yahoo. It has most added, most dropped. You know what I mean? But these things, you have to search them on your own. You can't do it on your phone. You can only do it on a laptop with ESPN. But with Yahoo, you can do it on your phone. It's a big difference. You know what I mean? Like live draft trends, daily leaders. You know what I mean? So that's the difference, man. That's the difference. Then one thing, to the notifications for ESPN, I don't know how they work. I don't know how they work. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna enable them on my phone and do a test run for you guys. To receive daily email report. The daily report provides you with an update on how your team is doing each day and serves as a reminder to make sure your lineup is set. This is what Frankie's been talking about, and this is what I've been telling him about. So I'm gonna do Frankie a favor and help Frankie and see what it actually is. So I'm gonna do that for Frankie. Continue. The money for the fantasy. I literally have a text message from our group chat, right? Um, Daniel said, "Yo, keep your $200 and put 250 next season." I said, "What about new people who join? They only pay 200 or they have to do 250 as well." Daniel, I say we start fresh because we have rules legitimized by then. So the pot will be 250 for everyone. I don't know where we got 100 from, because I know myself, I will never decrease the money. If the money is at 200 and I'm in something and I want to win money, why would I decrease the money and decrease what I can earn? I've never said it's 100. I haven't even seen any messages or receipts that is 100. Listen, if we did agree to it being 100, please someone send me the messages and the receipts so we can go over it. For as it stands, it's 200. If you have an issue with it being 200, message me privately. Message me privately. And if a lot of people have an issue with it being 200, and I see a lot of people have an issue with it being 200, then we'll have a vote on it. But I don't remember ever, even in the rules and regulations, I never even said we have changed the amount to 100. So I don't know where the 100 is coming from. And it's like, I feel like we're backtracking. We made rules and regulations to avoid certain conversations and to make everything concrete. You know what I mean? So that there's one voice and it's coherent. And I feel like when there's so much voices and when there's so much things going on, it's like it creates further confusion. So someone can be confused and even further confused. And then someone's talking to them and it's like the person's saying this and it's like we're trying to interpretate what the person is saying, when it's just like, if the person is like, yo, let me just go ask commissioner or whatever, or go ask this person. If you're still confused, come ask me. But the fact that it's like one person's doing capital D, another person's doing lowercase d, and it's like you're both doing the letter D. You know what I mean? But we're talking about one is capitalized, one is not. And it's useless, man. It's absolutely useless. Like, it's useless, and I'm too tired for it. And I feel like we're all men. You know what I mean? We're all men. Like, that's another thing. Conversations. If you're going into a conversation wanting everyone to agree with what you're saying, you're a waste man, and your IQ is 0.5. The whole point of conversations is so that you come out from a conversation with something. If you're conversing with people and they're just saying what you want them to say or saying what you want to hear, go outside and find new friends. They're not the people you need in your life, man. Yes, your friends can agree with you. I'm not saying they can't. But you want people around you that will challenge your point of view and challenge the nonsense that you do in life so that you can improve. You don't want people that are just going to blow your trumpet every time you speak. You don't want that. And if you need that, what you need to do is kneel down and pray, because you're not dealing with whatever issues you have inside. You're not at all. And I just feel like all of this is like unnecessary. Like, it's completely unnecessary. Because it's like, what's the point of having like what was the point of me making these rules? What's the point of us saying that, oh, we have a commissioner, if it's like conversations are just gonna be thrown left, right, and center? Like, what's the point? Like there's really no point. You know what I mean? Right here, this is player news, bro. You know what I mean? This is player news. The difference between ESPN and Yahoo is that ESPN functions better on your laptop. It functions better on your laptop. It doesn't function as good on your phone. The only person that can add and drop players once the games have started is me. I'm the only person that can do that, right? Literally, I'm the only person that can do that. I can give people league power tools. So I can give you guys league power tools in a sense where it's like, oh, if you want to add a player or drop one of your players, and it's da 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 da. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't. If I'm being told, I don't trust the people in our league, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm really not. So I hope everything is clear and transparent. If you have an issue or you have a question, please come to me. If you don't like me, go talk to someone else. And if they don't give you the answer that you want, then just come talk to me because you have to. You know what I mean? I don't really care. Like, it's nothing personal. Like, at the end of the day, everyone's trying to win. You know what I mean? And no one's trying to. Everyone wants it to be as fair as possible. You know what I mean? In the terms of everything is clear and transparent. And I believe everything is clear and transparent. It's just when you have so much voices echoing either the same things in a different way or echoing different things, it creates confusion. Like literally, it creates confusion, right? So now we need to get into this video, and then this is week 5, week 4. We need to get into this video because, dang. So week 4 was a very close week inside our fantasy. I believe almost every matchup but David and Larry went to Sunday. Every matchup but David and Larry went to Sunday. And in all honesty, I don't really have much to say about certain matchups because I just believe certain matchups were predetermined in that sense. Like for example, I finally got my first win, 1-3. Daniel O is also 1-3, right? For me, this matchup is whatever. He didn't have Damian Lillard, man, and it's like I basically beat him by 10 points. He didn't have Damian Lillard, and I never played LaMelo, even though LaMelo came back. I didn't play him, so it's like he didn't have his star, I didn't have my star, and I edged the win. I think my team did good, but certainly I do need to improve. You know what I mean? And this is the thing I was talking about with Yahoo and ESPN, right? And I'll show it, right? Yahoo can show you like each day. I mean, ESPN shows you each day, right? So you can analyze how your team did on what day, right? ESPN, you can also do the same thing, but you can only do it on your on your laptop. You know what I mean? But yeah, Daniel's team is really good. Um, I feel like at the beginning, based on what he drafted, it wasn't good. But his team comes together really good. I like his addition of Jakob Piotr. I think it makes him even stronger defensively. He did lose some of his 3 pointers, but I don't think. I think he gained well in the right areas because if he adds someone on the waiver wire, they can give him like 5 to 8 3 pointers in that week. Because Michael Porter is not really a defensive guy, so he became stronger defensively. Even though I beat him in the steals, but he destroyed me in the blocks, right? Assist wise, he is in the lower half, and rebounds. Oh yeah, he beat me by 2. I feel like for him this is bad because I don't really have like a proper center like that. I only have. I mean, I have Nick Claxton, right? And he did grab me 39 boards. That's, you see what I mean? Whereas the top rebounders are gonna grab you the 50s. You know what I mean? So I feel like I had to pick up guys like picked up Kevin, I picked up Jalen, right? They help me with my rebounds. So I feel like for him to have guys like Jakob Piotr, Steven Adams, Zubats, these are guys on your actual team, John Collins. You gotta beat me in rebounds, right? But it is what it is. Cam Thomas, 5 steals. I feel like he's rubbish, and he's killing me for field goal. Trae Young's been shooting horrible too. right? But overall, man, it's like I feel like my team is getting there slowly. Slowly, it's getting there. And honestly, I might trade Big Ben because I just don't know his purpose on my team anymore. Low key, I don't really understand his purpose. But this matchup right here, Glory goes to 1-2-1, Malik goes to 1-3. I'm gonna quote Malik. He said, "Oh, I don't have the right to talk because I ain't won yet." And these guys were talking about how I ain't win no game yet, right? But now he in the bottom with me. Welcome to the bottom, my guy. You know what I mean? One of us is staying, one of us is going up. I ain't saying nothing about that. But Josh Giddey, he did work on Sunday. He did work on Sunday. And Malik got awfully quiet. Like he got quiet. I feel like Keegan Murray is absolutely rubbish. He's rubbish, you know what I mean? I feel like Keegan Murray's rubbish. I feel like Malik should have won the matchup. But this is what I was telling him about the Doncic trade. And it's like we had a massive conversation inside the group chat about this trade. And everyone thinks I'm hating on the trade. I do not care about the trade. Wanna know why? Because if I'm in the same position, I'm making the same trade, right? The only thing I was saying was that Luka and Jokic on the same team is like it's just disgusting. It's almost like Jesus bringing the devil out of hell, and now they're working together to save the world. You know what I mean? It's like that's powerful, my guys. And it's like my issue with Malik's team is that you had Doncic who could literally get you like 45, 16, and 10 with 2 steals and 2 blocks. And you gave that up for Keldon Johnson that's not going to do that. Or he could do that. Ooh, dang. He could do that, but the likelihood of him doing that is slim, right? And then Ja Morant can do that, but Ja Morant has serious, serious bodily health issues, right? And then Spencer Dinwiddie is not doing that as well, even though he shot tremendously three pointers, right? I don't have an issue with the trade, man. I don't care who you trade. You know what I mean? We all want to win our trade. I don't care. What I care about is, are you looking at your team when you're trading? Are you looking at the other team when you're trading? Because it's like that's my only thing. And for me, I was if you actually deep it, I'm backing up. I'm backing Malik because I'm just like, bruv, like if you're gonna take Doncic, look at your team and steal everything you need from the other man's team to make sure that your team has everything it needs, right? And it's like if you felt like you got that, you got that. But I don't believe you got that. You know what I mean? I don't believe you got that. And that's what I'm trying to say because like matchups like this, like Josh Giddey won him the matchup because he got a triple double on Sunday. Like he got like 11 rebounds, 12 assists, and then like 20 or something points. And that's the difference between like the first round picks. That's what we talked about in the first video. And the later round picks. Those top guys are gonna win you these tight matchups because when it comes down, they're just gonna explode randomly. That's why a guy like Stephen Curry is Stephen Curry because on any given night, he can drop me 45 points, getting me 8 3 pointers, then 7, 8 assists. You know what I mean? And that's what I need to win for the rest of the week. Whereas, like, the Spencers and the Keldon, yeah, they can consistently get you like the 15, but they're not going to have those random bursts of like output. Like the other night, Embiid got like 50 something points, Garland got like 51. Keldon's and the Keldons and the Spencers aren't doing that, and that was my point. I don't really care about the trade. I care about your team. You know what I mean? Like what? Like your team's health, your team's HP. This matchup right here, and wasn't really a matchup because Frankie's also 1-2-1. Chris is 3-1. It wasn't really a matchup because James Harden wasn't there, and Chris just annihilated Frankie, like annihilated him, and Frankie's team's good, man. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's beautiful. Drew Holiday was injured. Um, Ayton is slowly getting back to whatever he does. Booker, I don't really like him, if I'm honest, but he is okay. And then, 9 steals from OG, but Chris's team is, he just changed his oil. He put in that Castro, and boy, that thing is running smooth, man. That thing's running smooth. Like, look at this from Embiid, man. And this is what I'm trying to say. It's like, when my man is doing that in a week, you're not beating Chris. You can't beat Chris when his guy got 11 blocks. He wins block category. Did he win block category? He did. He literally won it by 10. 4 double doubles, 3 steals, 21 assists, 44 rebounds, 3 points, 160 points. Right? You minus the 160 points, Chris loses. You minus the 11 double the blocks, he loses that. So it's like, that's what I mean about these top guys. They're just different. They're different. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, for example, David and Chris, they're about to do a trade. And then Chris wants Jokic. You really think David is gonna let Chris have Jokic and Embiid on the same team? Like, let's all sit down and pause. Do you think David is gonna let Chris have Embiid and Jokic on the same team? The two best centers on the same team? No. Because if Embiid is doing this in a week and Jokic has a similar week, no one can win that. I don't care about how much bench star players you have. You're not beating it. Because what Embiid has done, even on his own team, he's done what these two have done in a week. He's done what 1, 2, 3 people have done in a week. He's done what wait, who's this? Maybe not. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 people have done in a week. He may not have the same assist, but he's done what? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Even 5. Like, come on, guys. Like, that's what I'm trying to say about conversations, bro. Let's have conversations with actual essence and that makes actual sense, and not be diplomatic and try to make people who are actually saying what makes sense, make them feel like, make it seem like they're chatting when they're not actually chatting. You know what I mean? I was listening to an interview about Jordan Peterson on my way home, and he's basically saying that most of the people online, right, have antisocial, psychopathic behavior, and those are the ones in the comment sections, and those are the ones that are basically like causing all this stuff. That a lot of women that are like Instagram baddies and all of that, be saying that crap, are basically antisocial, basically sociopaths. Let us not act like those antisocial sociopaths that will be saying absolute nonsense just because we want to be liked. He said that they have Machiavellian manipulative behavior. Why? Why? Chris, Cornelius and Charlie. This one was tight. Charlie literally won because Anthony Davis got him a double-double the last game of the thing. Look at this, man. And this is what I'm saying, man. Like, you really think Larry's giving Charlie Giannis Antetokounmpo and then pairing him with Anthony Davis when Anthony Davis is doing this? That's not happening. And you know what the crazy thing is? Charlie has Zion, bro. So together, 2 power forwards, they got 211 points, right? They got you 6 blocks, yeah, 7 steals, 27 assists, right? 67 rebounds, and 4 3-pointers. And look how efficient they were from the field. So it's like for Cornelius to even push Charlie this far, it shows how good Cornelius' team is. And a lot of people are sleeping on his team because he don't talk much. But this team is a very, very, very strong team, bro. This team is strong. For Charlie, who at the time 3-0, to only win by 1 category, this team is strong, bruv. Like, really, really strong. And it's like, the categories Cornelius beat him in, he actually beat him in. And the categories Charlie beat him in, he beat him in too. But like, I feel like maybe Charlie thought it would be like a little bit of an easy week. But this for sure was not an easy week. It was not an easy week, right? King Azuri the Wise versus Free Win. Yo, I'm gonna say this, man. Mariano, I want Mariano to join my alliance. You know what I mean? I feel like me and Mariano would be really good in the alliance. You know what I mean? I feel like we have nice chemistry, nice banter, and we get along quite well. You know what I'm trying to say? Um, I would love Mariano in my alliance. You know what I mean? Um, Daniel forced a 2-2. Mariano's 3-1. I respect Mariano's team, man. I like his team. I still think he needs to give me Scary Terry because I feel like, you know, compattery shit stuff right there. I would like Westbrook too, Mario. Like if we can get that running too. Um, Cal Anthony Towns. I don't really like Cal Anthony Towns, but when he's doing this, you have to like him. You know what I mean? And then Durant is Durant. Durant is Durant, and it's like you look at Mariano's team, man. When I played his team, I didn't like playing his team because the way the NBA schedule is, Minnesota and Lakers always play like either last or first. So it's like that on a Sunday, if Lakers are playing, you have Russell Westbrook. He's gonna go 15-9-9, and it's just like it's annoying because it's like if you're beating Mariano by 2 assists, you know you're about to lose because Westbrook's about to play, right? I love the combination of the Jalen Brunson, Westbrook, Scary Terry, Desmond Bain point guard or guard combination. I think it's a beautiful combination, man. Um, he's still gonna add Chris Middleton to this team, who's also strong. Kyle Anthony Towns, um, I feel like he's good. Like he's good, right? But it's like his numbers are like identical with Isaiah Stewart. You know what I mean? It's like, more points scored, but it's like I don't see Mariano hold on to him long. I feel like he's gonna try and improve his team through Karl Anthony Towns. That's just maybe I could be wrong because he's great, but it's like and Daniel's team is it's good. It's good. I do want Kevin Hoyter, but I've been talking to my new board members. They say patience. So I'm just being patient right now. 14 3-pointers from Michael Porter Jr. That's exactly what he wanted. Um, this guy right here, man. This right here is a stud. Absolute stud. I feel like the issue with the team is I feel like Klay Thompson is not doing output enough. And then RJ Barrett is actually good. It's just that his percentages are not good. Right? I feel like Daniel was out for most of the week. And I feel like Mariano destroyed him in assists. The rebounds were the 3-pointers. Daniel destroyed him. The double doubles, I feel like this year teams aren't really getting as high double doubles. And then the points too, man. The points. Um, but Daniel made a trade. He got himself Sabonis. And this is what I'm saying that I need to take my glasses off. But this is what I'm saying that you have to look at people's teams when you make a trade, right? I want to go over the trade. I'll go over the trade while I'm analyzing Larry's team. Yeah. Larry got unanalyzed, like destroyed. Me and Larry should form an alliance, and we are going to form an alliance. But that's what I'm saying. David's team is like you're like for someone like I want to play David's team just to say I beat this, just to say I beat this because when you have this, it's just like Doncic now gets you 9 steals, the same blocks as Jokic, and he gets you the same double doubles as Jokic. Like I'm tired, man. Like I realized that nowadays, with conversations, I feel like I'm becoming a little bit more irritable because it's like I'm just tired I'm really, really tired, and I don't know if it's a lesson from God or like a phase I'm going with, and like God's trying to teach me something. But I'm really just getting tired of certain conversations with people, and it's like it's just not making sense because it's like David's team. It's like I don't understand. Maybe I'm the only one seeing it, but it's like you have the Aaron Fox who is really good in fantasy. Trey Jones for point guard is really, really good in fantasy. Darius Garland is crazy good in fantasy. And it's like you have I miss Nurkic who barely played. But it's like even Vasil, like this team is good. It's really good. Larry traded Sabonis for LeBron. Thank you for the trade because now I don't have to play against Antetokounmpo and Sabonis. So I have more confidence because I'm playing against Larry this week. And let me go to the scoreboard, right? And as I'm going to the scoreboard, right, I want to talk about how I feel like Larry did not look at his team before he made a trade. You have Sabonis and Antetokounmpo who literally do the same thing, literally. Sabonis right now is playing really good. Sunday he just grabbed you 22 rebounds. If I'm Larry, I'm thinking, dang, this guy just grabbed me 22 rebounds. Anyone that's looking at Sabonis is like, this guy is hot right now. So if I'm Larry, I'm selling high. I'm selling high, meaning that his value is actually here, but I'm selling right here. Why? Because he's playing really well. What Larry did, Sabonis is here, he traded for this. Don't get me wrong, LeBron James is good. But let me tell you something, LeBron James is not going to randomly grab you 22 rebounds. I'm going to tell you that. He's not grabbing you 22 rebounds, Larry. He is not. Yeah? I don't care what, I really don't care. Like, he's not grabbing you 22 rebounds. You know what I mean? So now what you've done, yeah, because your team is not good. You're not beating me in 3-pointers. Let's just get that clear. So you went from having a team that's really good in rebounding because you have Sabonis matched with Antetokounmpo, right? So what you did now is you made your rebounding worse, and this was David's explanation when he made his trade, right? David said that he was really good in one category, so he wanted to get good at other categories. What Larry did was he was good in rebounding, but he's not as great in other categories. He's not. The one thing you were good at, that you were meant to build on to be your centerpiece, you gave it away. Like, you gave it away. LeBron James is good, but Sabonis and LeBron literally get you the same amount of assists. The steals, LeBron don't average high assists, bruv. He don't. And he doesn't average high block numbers. And if anything, Sabonis gets you more double-doubles. And then the points, okay, LeBron James can score more, but as Sabonis is more efficient. From the free throw line, they're relatively the same. So Larry, you lost the trade, but I don't care. Why? Because I'm playing you and I want to win, right? So it's like, I don't really understand it. So I am going to beat Larry. And I'm confident I'm going to beat Larry. Even before the trade, I was confident I was going to beat Larry because of the schedule. But after the trade, my confidence was here. Now my confidence is on the ceiling. Because I don't understand the trade for your team. Because LeBron James gets you more threes, but you're not good at threes, bruv. You're not good at threes, so why not trade for someone that gets you some assists, steals, keeping Sabonis? Because your core piece is Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo doesn't get you 3-pointers, bruv. And he's not the most efficient from the free throw line. And Sabonis is like Antetokounmpo's like brother, basically, because they do the same thing. So why are you trading why are you trading that away? What you can do is you can trade away Chris Paul on a good day and then get a point guard that can get you some steals. But even Chris Paul gets you high assist numbers. So it's like right now your team went from not even being good, and I think you made your team worse. I don't understand what LeBron James is gonna do for your team, but you went from having a clear path of where you should go to having snow on every single road. And I feel like right now it's like it's either you trade LeBron James for someone that's gonna do what Giannis needs them to do, or you just trade Giannis and then rebuild your team, bro. Because at this point, it don't make sense. It don't, because you got Anthony Edwards, who is a small forward that gets you high rebounds. Like, I don't really get the team anymore, man. If I'm being honest, and that's what I'm trying to say. It's like you will send me a trade, Stephen Curry and Trae Young for Giannis, but you will accept a trade LeBron James for Sabonis. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know anymore. But it is what it is, right? Um, Edmonton Mafia versus London is red. I don't know what the schedule is, right? But it seems as if Malik has the schedule on his favor in his hands, right? And literally Malik should win this matchup because of the schedule, right? He should win because of the schedule, but I don't believe he's going to win. I don't have confidence in his team that he's going to win. And that's just me because it's like Chris has Halliburton and Embiid, and those two players alone are better than any player that. Oh dang! Jaren Gadsden's back. Yo, I have him in my other fantasy, so I want to put him on. Yo, that's crazy. Let's go. Yeah. So I don't. Malik doesn't. Chris has the better players, right? I'm gonna tell Malik this. When Siakam comes back, the Jaren Gadsden Siakam combo will be disgusting. I see that. I see that. I see that. Right? I feel like you need to trade Ja Morant. That's just me. That's just me, man. That's just me. I feel like you need to trade Ja Morant and yeah, just trade him. But I still see Chris winning because he has Embiid. And with Embiid, he's gonna win the rebounding. He's gonna win the blocks. He should come back in the double doubles and the points and the steals. And Halliburton will cover him with the assist because Halliburton is better than Ja Morant. So Chris has the better players in this. He has Halliburton and Embiid, who are the better players, and it's just that simple. Vancouver Grizzlies versus Germany Prince. Um, Charlie should win. He should win, but I don't ever count Glory's team out, man. I think they're like a jack in the box. Don't count his team out. So I'm gonna say this. This one's going to Sunday. That's what I believe. Um, London, peace be unto you, and Rock Harden. This is gonna be a tight one. I feel like Cornelius wins it. He should win it. He has the better players. He has the better players. But Frankie has Shea. But Cornelius has Jason and Brown, who are healthy. And Frankie don't have Harden right now. So because of Jalen and Taysom, he should win in points. And he should win in 3-pointers. Gobert should cover him with the rebounding. I still think Cornelius has this matchup. I do feel like Cornelius should use his acquisitions to secure the matchup, but he should win. Free win versus North London Vision. Mariano's my guy, right? But I'm telling you this, yeah, Nigerians are tricky guys, bro. I feel like Daniel O gets this matchup. I like his team against Mariano's team. And when Damian Lillard is back, I really like Daniel. I really like his team. I love DeJounte and Damian Lillard. I love that. Then now he has Jakob Puerto. This is what I'm saying about Larry. He needs to look at Daniel O's team and how everything synergizes. At first, I'm like, this team does not make sense, but I see it now. Because you have DeJounte and Lillard, right? What DeJounte lacks in is 3-pointing, and what Lillard lacks in is that high assist, high rebounding. But DeJounte like holds that fort, and then Lillard holds the scoring port. So they just blend. Then you have Jordan Poole who just gets you the threes and the points, right? Then you have Jakob Collins, who's not playing that well, Zubac and Adams giving you the defensive numbers. That's a team that's doing like they're working in one thing, one accord. Larry's team is two separate entities that have gotten even worse. Um, Before the trade, I thought David would win. Before the trade, I was like, David's gonna win before the trade. After the trade, man, oh man, David's in trouble, man. I don't. This is the thing. Is Donovan Mitchell back? Oh, he's day to day, so he could play this week. I don't see how David wins. I don't. I really don't see how David wins, man. Um, I don't see how he wins. What Daniel did is just a smart move, man. It's just a smart move because it pisses me off because it's such a good move. That's why it pisses me off. But it just makes too much sense for his team. Like this is what I'm trying to say about look at the other person's team before you trade. Now you have Draymond Green and Sabonis on the same team with Miles Turner, bruv. Like I don't get it no more, bruv. I don't get it. But yeah, I'm taking Daniel against David. Yeah, he has Doncic and Jokic, and he has Garland and Fox, but Daniel's got George, he's got Sabonis, he's got Green, he's got Turner. And then Mitchell comes back. Daniel made his team better, man. Kudos to Daniel, right? I need to quickly do this video. I have to go somewhere, but um the standings, East, West. Now in the West, there's 3 guys on 1 and 3. There's also 2 guys 1 and 3, and it's like everything is real tight right now. And then right now, Chris, Charlie, David, and Mariano are trying to run away from everyone else. And I think David gets his first O this week. I think Frankie should be good. I mean, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Charlie. Charlie should be good. He should be good. Um, with the stats, um, I don't really want to go over it that much this week because I spent so much time doing other things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something next week, and I'm gonna compare our stats from this week to next week's stats, mainly because of that trade, right? But also because of this, right? I want to see how Daniel's team changes after the trade, right? My team has LaMelo back. I want to see how my team does with LaMelo back, right? Who's TNV? I don't know TNV. True North Vision. I want to see what David's team does. I think third week with Doncic and Jokic. Now he has to play seriously. So I want to see. That's why I want to compare this week and then next week because David's numbers are not real, but this week's numbers will be real. So that's why I don't really want to go for this, right? Then I also want to look at Malik's numbers. He got Jaren Jackson back, right? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a category. I want to see the impact Jackson has on his team because I do see the Jackson Siakam Twin Towers is deadly. I do see it. And then Larry's team, I don't know his abbreviation. I really don't know his abbreviation. Black Con Artist. I don't know his abbreviation. But I want to see Larry's team and how it fares up, right? And then here's the power rankings. Embiid, like rightfully so. Gaffer of the week. Who did Chris play again? Play against Frankie. I don't want to be 8th, Chris. Don't put me 8th. Put me back in my 12th. I'm 1 and 3. I don't think Frankie's here, right? Whose team all bums? Oh, that's Mariano. Yeah, Mariano deserves to be there. That's what I'm saying. Chris done what I said. These two are running away from everyone, and then I think what he did is like these two are running away from everyone, right? And then Chris has said that these are the teams that are gonna fall behind in this new geographical race, and then these are the guys that are either these are the guys that are gonna stay in the hunt. So he's basically saying that he created 3 tiers. If I'm right, I think I'm right. So these are the elites, These are the working class men trying to become the elites, and these are the peasants that um use victimhood and probability and the future as to why they're not winning. But yo, it's King Colin Walker. You know how we do, baby. Peace.